Now, this is just all about how you're gonna share other people's ideas in a correct APA citation. If you want to know how to format your paper for an APA research paper, just click here. And this will show you how to set your paper's margins, how to space your words, and how to put in headers and all the other things you need for an APA paper. But that's not this video. This video is all about citation. So if you don't know what citation is sharing another person's work and giving them credit. When we're doing research papers, we never want to say that an idea is ours if it is somebody else's. You get in a lot of trouble for that, and we want to avoid that. So this is how you avoid it. So I'm going to show you how to do this in 3, 2, 1. Hello. Okay, so here we go. I've got my paper here that I've been working on, and it's time to cite my sources. So I've used ideas of other people, and I'm going to use this book as an example. This is just a history book I have off my shelf, and I'm going to use this to show how you would cite a book. So there's a lot of different types of information you can cite. And what I mean by that is you could cite a book with one author, you could cite a book with 2 authors or 3 authors, you could cite a book with an editor and multiple authors, you could cite a website, a newspaper, a magazine. I'm not going to show you everything for that, okay? It would get really complicated. But there is a link down in the description, and I'll put it right here as well, to a website called the Purdue Owl that will tell you all of the specifics for each one of those items. So it just depends where you got the information, and that will determine how exactly you will cite. But this is just going to show you a good example of how you want to structure it into your paper. And I'm going to use this book. Okay, so first we've got my title page, my table of contents, and in here is obviously a very well written paper. Oh, look at my hair, it's all gross. So let's say this right here, I want to add in, oh, I just dropped everything. I want to add in a quote from my book. Okay, so check out this sentence here. This sentence I did not come up with. This sentence is copied exactly from this book right here. Okay, I cannot leave it like this, otherwise I would get in trouble. I've got to put quotation marks around it like this, and that's not enough. I have to say where I got the quote. So this is where it gets into who wrote it. We give the name and the date of the person that wrote it. And we put that in parentheses like this. So the man that wrote this, his name is Edward Bujak. So all we do is we use his last name and the date he wrote this, which is 2015. And then we put a period. Okay, we have to put that because it is not our words that we're using, it's his. All right, so if you use somebody else's words, that's okay, but you have to put quotes around it like this. You have to put it in parentheses, the guy's name or the girl's name, and the year that they wrote it. Throughout my paper, I would keep quoting my book like that. Then at the end, I need to give a new section to my paper, and I need to call it a reference page. So this reference page is really important. This is where I'm going to give a lot more information about this book. So my reader, whoever reads my paper, if they're really interested in this information that I got, they can look up the book themselves. Okay? So we leave lots of information for our reader. Now the way you structure your reference page is very, very important. Okay? We need it to be Times New Roman. We need it to be 12-point font. We need everything to be double spaced, just like the rest of the paper. Okay, that's not going to change. We also need to write out the information in a really, really specific way. All right, like I said before, it's going to change a little bit depending on what kind of source you use. So I'm using a book with one author. If you're using a journal article or a newspaper article or a website, it's going to change a little bit. Again, check out the website below to find out exactly how you need to structure this. But basically, this is what it's going to look like. Okay? Type your last name, and then put a comma, space, and then the initial. So just the letter, first letter of the first name with periods. Not a comma. I did a comma. Then you're going to write the year in parentheses. Then a period. Then make the, do I keep typing commas? I do. Sorry guys. Period. Then you're going to want to make your words italic, which is when they kind of slant over to the side. So I just do that up here, italic, and type the title of the book. And then, you guessed it, another period, then a space. Then we do the publishing information. Okay. So where it was published. So to find that, you just open it up, look for the publishing information. It's going to be a page that looks a lot like this. It'll be maybe the second or third page. London. So we need to take the italics off. London, and then colon, and then the name of the company that published it. Okay? So that is how you do a reference page. And then I would probably have multiple references for this kind of paper. Your teacher will specify how many, and they'll probably also want you to have multiple types of sources. So maybe a book, maybe a website, and maybe a journal article. Okay? So I hope this helps. Good luck on your papers if you're working on a paper. And remember, if you're using something other than a book with one author, just go down to the link and they will show you exactly how to set this up. It's going to look pretty similar, but if you find it on the website or in an academic journal, you're going to have to add in more information into here, okay? All right, well, have a good day. Happy researching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Click right here to see my video on how to format an APA paper, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a great day.